So 90 minutes couldn't separate these two teams. It's been a close fought game. Can either side find themselves a goal which will give themselves a lead in this extra time? The FA Sunday Cup is on the line. This is the final, of course, and both teams know that silverware is on the line. But who can do the difference to carry them over it, as Risborough has it now? Plays it forward. And there's a slight bit of holding there, but Hardwick Social have it back. Over the top, looking for the long ball, but it's cut out. Played back in. Brain rolls it forward, and it was cut out in the centre. And now this is a chance right now with Ward. Turns it to the left-hand side, and Stockton was slide tackled there from Bond. I think he won it cleanly. And it's going to be a throw-in. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how fatigue will play a factor in these remaining 30 minutes. Of course, penalties is a potential as the ball's played into the penalty area, headed away. First time strike there from Mulligan, but it was blocked. Again from Mulligan, it was just over the top. Oh, he had hit that with a lot of power, but it didn't quite have the accuracy that was needed. But certainly if he had been able to find it, and it would have really given McNally something to deal with. It was travelling. So as we mentioned, penalties is a real potential right now, unless someone can break the deadlock. Flicked over the top. Back in, headed away there by Coulthard, and there was just a little bit of holding, too much holding there, and it is going to be a free kick. This could be a dangerous position that could be worked, but they're going to want to do it well. Tiredness could well become a factor in this game, so we'll have to wait and see. It certainly was a tired challenge that caused the obstruction. Over the top, looking to try and find the header. Oh, it was fumbled away by McNally, and I think there was a little bit of a push on him actually, in truth, and that's why the referee has given the free kick. But he did well to come out, and he was brave to make sure that he was first to it. But there isn't long left. Over the top. And it was just a tired lunge there from Brain that prevent it from going out of play. And so the throw-in is coming in. Risborough looks for somebody to come near him, someone to just help him out. Forward. Flicked on. And Robinson plays it back, and in the end there was the free kick that has to be given to Jim United. Plays it short. In towards the roll forward for Clark. Still Clark as he looks for a pass. Plays it into the centre. Melanson shifts it out to the right hand side, and the touch was a little bit heavy there from Brain, but he's still challenging after it, but it hooked away by Ward, and now this is a dangerous chance, but it was well read there by Morton just to prevent it. And coming round the back, nothing was given there, and Mulligan has it on possession, plays it forward, little deflection, and it had to be dealt with by McNally just to make sure that the latching run forward from Owens wasn't caught. But Melanson has it forward. Bailey to the left-hand side now. Sliding tackle comes in from Coleman, and it is going to be a throw-in. Tiredness is really starting to creep in. You can already see on the screen several players starting to stretch out, a few tired limbs. And a few tired passes have also been played, and the ball has been turned over. And Hardwick Social have it right now, and they've lost the possession and won it back. Quick free kick taken. Mulligan. Forward. Played it into Owens. He's got so many Volt green shirts around him. Can he find some space? Still manages to find some space, but he just overruns it, loses possession, and it was a tired leg in the end that gave it away. Flicked over the top. And it was cut out there, and it's a chance for Bishop just to keep it simple. In the end he does play it to Coulthard, who plays it forward. Risborough back towards Arthur because they cannot quite get it forward like they wanted. Over the top. Looking towards the right hand side, flicked on by Coleman towards where Owens was, and it was a strong challenge there from Clark. It had to be, He's been a rock at the back of the defence over the course of the game, and that's contributed to this 0-0 scoreline here in the FA Sunday Cup final. Only 10 minutes left of this first half of extra time. Plays it back. Rolls forward. What can they do from this possession? Over the top, looking to try and find the run of Carter, but he doesn't have the legs for it, and I think the tiredness is starting to really play a factor. He's been up and down that right channel all throughout the match, but Gym United are starting to squeeze out this game. You just get the feeling that penalties are coming. McNally. And it was flicked back from Stockton, and it should be reclaimed, and it is reclaimed down on that right-hand side. Long throw in from Bond, trying to find the head of Brame, but it was covered well by Risborough. But the danger hasn't quite gone away yet, and Gym United have another chance to work it. And you can see that Bishop is stretching out a muscle and trying to organise his defence, trying to keep himself fit, and he needs to make sure that he's on his game, because this could be a dangerous chance. Bailey plays it back to Bond, looking to try and find the run there. Brame. He's forced into the corner, and I think he's going to overrun it, and it doesn't quite come off, but it's still in play, believe it or not. And in the end, it's a lost possession, and the deflection comes away, and Hardwick Social do well to win back the ball. Well, it's been an intriguing game between these two sides, and it's still tight as ever. Bailey plays it back. Over the top from Morton. Headed away and back. I thought that Coulthard just played it a little bit too dangerously for Arthur, but he was comfortable with it, and it's over the top. Flicked back into possession though. Headed over the top there by Ward, but lost possession. Melanson plays it back over the top now, and they're looking for the run down there with Wood, and he's lost possession. And now it's a chance in the middle. Carter plays it forward. Ward now, and it's with Owens. Flicked on. What can they do in this position? Trying to run it forward. Played forward to where Ward is. He's got space and had players alongside, and Stockton wasn't happy it didn't come his way, but the challenge needed to come in, and it dealt with it well. And we're halfway through the first half of extra time. 97 minutes, haven't been able to separate these two sides so far. And it's brought down by Proctor, and it's into centre circle. Push forward, brought back in. Bailey lays it back because he can't find space as he works forward. So it's played down onto the right-hand side. Bond, forward, flicked on, and they're still in possession as they try and work it forward with Melanson. Back, and now it's with Bond. How can he work it forward? Tries to flick it, but it was blocked by Stockton, who's putting a lot of pressure on, and they just about managed to get away with it, the United defence, and there's just a bit of pushing there from Risborough, but it was evaded by Bond. Plays it over the top, looking to try and find the run here, and it was just overstretched a little bit there as they were trying to work it into the front, and Hardwick Social get it away. And it's been a recurring story for Gym United, and it looks like there is going to be a substitution, and it looks like the first one for Hardwick Social, and it's Matthew Garbett who's going to be coming on, and Jamie Owens, who is done for the day. He's certainly been a handful over the course of the game, but just got a little bit tired in the end, and it's Matthew Garbett who's going to be coming on. What can he do in this match right now? Can he make the difference? They say that he's a real match winner with great technical skills and a great energy that is definitely going to be needed right now just to get his team over the line. Headed away. Flicked away again by Mulligan. And now it's a chance in the middle. This is a chance for Garbett to run it forward, but he's already lost possession. And now it's back. Morton forward. Flicked by Bailey, but just overran it, and he did well just to make sure it didn't go back into his area, and it's going to be a goal kick for Hardwick Social. But as we approach the 100 mark in this game, we still haven't found that all-important goal in this FA Sunday Cup final. Gym United 0, Hardwick Social 0. And crowd are just becoming a little bit nervy right now as they sense that this could very well go the full distance of penalty shootouts. We know that can be a lottery, unless there can be a goal. Mulligan, forward, flicked on. There's good movement. Coleman now. Can he find the pass? He's got options in the centre. Still Coleman. Plays it out, and it was a poor pass, and now it's a chance for Gym United to go on the counter-attack with Brain. Played into the centre for where Melanson is. He's got runners forward if he can find them. Wood. And it was just not the touch that he wanted, but his team still have it with Proctor. What can he do with it? He's forced back, and the chance probably is now gone. Clark plays it wide. And now it's with Bond. What can he do with the ball? Over the top, looking for it, but it was well read there by Coulthard, and Arthur just makes sure it doesn't go out of play for a cheap corner. But it's been really, really good defending from both sides that has contributed to this scoreline. I mean, for Hardwick Social, they've been struggling just to find a way behind Gym United's defence, and they've had McNally to deal with whenever they've had a chance. And as for Gym United, they've barely had a sniff on goal throughout the game, largely down to the organisation on offer at the back. But maybe they'll get their chance now as the ball's played over the top and there's nobody there, and the chance goes away. 3 minutes left of this first half of extra time. But we're still awaiting that goal. We say that so often in this match, but there have been so many chances, but nothing has really happened with it, as Ward does well to win the ball back, and on the ground still there with Bailey, but the play continues. Garbett played back in towards where Roberts is, so he's pushed back. Coulthard plays it forward. Ward to the left-hand side, and Stockton just couldn't get it under control. It rolls under his boot and harmlessly out for a goal kick. And really now, I think that the tiredness has begun to truly set in. You don't want to switch off at this stage, though. After going so far into the match, fatigue does play a factor. Mental fatigue, if anything else. It was a good challenge there as we just break off, and now it's a chance to run forward. Risborough looking for the pass, and it was a tired pass there to Stockton, and it didn't find its target, but Risborough gets fortunate and he has it back. And another tired pass, and again he gets fortunate. And maybe his luck ran out a little bit too much there as it's finally hooked away. But we've mentioned about tiredness being a key factor. And certainly, as you get into the latter stage of extra time, it can be that one lapse of concentration that can make the difference. And we're edging ever closer. Rolls forward. Over the top, and they're looking for the run again, but there's nobody there, and it's swept away again. And Bishop makes sure that it doesn't go into any danger and plays it safely back to Arthur, who probably will have been relieved not to have been too busy in this particular game. Now it's a chance. Stockton tries to square it. Deflection. Stockton still plays it back. Coleman looking for space, shifts it to his right. Stockton again, and he's lost it out, and no sooner had they worked the attacking chance, they get one back. Coleman, and it's blocked. And it goes again. Forward. Flicked away by Garbett, and he's won it back for his team. Over the top, and it wasn't good delivery, but Ward has it back, and now it's another chance for Hardwick to get it forward. Risborough. Cross. Looking for the far post, but it's headed away. And finally it's knocked away by Gym United. But again, they've lost out, and Hardwick are back on the attack again. Ward flicked over the top, and it wasn't the best of touches, and now it should be pushed away, and it's down on the left hand side. Can Gym United break quick enough to try and cause that counter attack? It's probably gone now. Forward in towards where the centre is, and Wood has it, plays it quickly. Robinson. And it was blocked there, and now Stockton has it. And can he get it forward? Over the top now to this right-hand side. Headed away, though. It was well read. And we enter the... that was it. There was no stoppage time from the referee. And so we have to go into the second half of stoppage time. Of extra time, rather, where it's still 0-0. And penalties looks a very real threat right now. 15 minutes. Who's going to be able to chance their arm and maybe take advantage of the luck? The FA Sunday Cup is on the line, but there's only 15 minutes until penalties. Well, your guess is as good as mine whether anyone will be able to break this deadlock. Flick forward, headed away though, and it's quickly taken down. Played down onto the left-hand side. Stockton, and it's just a little bit too much force there from Stockton, and it's going to be a free kick, and just a slight amount of tiredness and cramp maybe has crept in, which is preventing Bond from getting up quickly. He did take that knock earlier on in the game. McNally now needs to clear it long. Flicked on and was trying to find the pass. You could see what he was trying to do. He was trying to get it to Wood, but Arthur gets it away. Headed forward though, back into the danger, but cleared away again by Risborough. And it's now back into the centre. Coleman. Slide tackle, and just a little bit of a tweak on the ankle for both players there. And Mawson was trying to dive in. You can see he was trying to win the tackle. He's up on his feet. He looks to be okay, if a little bit ginger about it. And Ward down is... Coleman rather is still down. He gets himself back onto his feet. Just a little bit of a graze. And it should be alright as we get ourselves in for a free kick. And there really isn't a lot of time. We've played so much football. 107 minutes played. Only 13 left as it's headed away by Coulthard. Flicked on again by Roberts, and it's down on this right-hand side. Has that gone out of play? No, it hasn't, and it's moving forward. And now this is a chance for the counter, and it's with Coleman. Cuts back inside. Can he find the pass? Plays it down to the left. Forward now. Risborough in towards the penalty area. This is a dangerous chance. Turn from Mulligan. Plays it forward, and it was just too low. Just too wide, and not quite enough power behind the chance. But it was dangerous there. Oh dear. Mulligan thought that he'd found his way towards goal, but there was a slight deflection, which is what took it away from the target in the end. A substitution is about to come on, and that's the last moment of action for Chris Stockton, and he's going to be replaced by Joe Postill. A chance for him perhaps to make a difference in this game, but with so little time, how's he going to be able to do it? Corner then. Mulligan whips it in. It's towards the far post. Head comes in, but it wasn't the cleanest of contacts there from Coleman. It's still up in the air though. Risborough. It's back. Postill. In towards the penalty area, and it's a little fumble, and it's just deflected. Has that crossed the line? It looked like it crossed the line. It has crossed the line, and we have got our goal. And it looks to be an own goal. The fans are celebrating wildly. The Hardwick social players are celebrating wildly. They know how important this goal is. And it's taken a full 108 minutes for it to come. But it's Gym United 0, Hardwick Social 1. The cross came in. It was fumbled by McNally. And the flick came in from Roberts, and it just came off the shin there of Robinson, and they were trying to keep it from going across the line, and they just made sure in the end that it had gone in. But I think it had crossed the line even before it was made certain, and it looks to be an own goal there from Charlie Robinson. Well, he won't want it, but it is a crucial goal, and the deadlock has been broken. So how are Gym United going to be able to respond to this? They're going to have to come out for it, but they haven't had so many chances to maybe bag themselves a goal. They've struggled for it, and the flick is loose, and it's forward from Mulligan. And it's down onto the left-hand side, over the top from Ward, but cleared away. And now Gym United are on the back foot and they don't want to be in this position because they find themselves a goal down. They have only 10.5 minutes to get back into this game forward. And it was a strange flick from Postil, and it's reclaimed. Bailey forward. Now they need to get bodies forward, but they're struggling with it. Wood over the top, trying to find the surge and run, but it's being covered well. Can they get it with Proctor? Back into the corner. Bond over the top, looking to try and find it, but it should be seen out, and it was well seen by Risborough. But Gym United are really running out of time here. They haven't seriously tested Michael Arthur in the Hardwick Social goal in the entire half that we played. Entire game even. 110 minutes gone. And Hardwick Social have a lead, a fortuitous lead somewhat after that own goal. But it is the difference so far. Flick forward and knocked long away. But headed on by Coulthard. Down. And now it's a chance with the ball pushed forward and it's brought down. Turned on. Quickly played by Garbett, and it wasn't the greatest of contacts, and it was a slight slip there from Postil. But he's allowed it to run on. Risborough running forward. Still Risborough. He's got players onto his left-hand side. Postil plays it into the box, headed forward, slided away. It was a dangerous ball, but the danger hasn't quite gone. Postil. Bowl rolls. Nice step over. Plays it into the box, looking for the head. Flicked away, though, by Mulligan. And now it's a chance for Gym United to get it away. They have to get it out of their half. They need to attack. Melanson over the top. Bailey needs to play it quickly, but he's just holding up a bit too much. Melanson forward. Now is this the chance? On the right. Can't find the pass, so he's playing back. Melanson again. Bailey. And he tries to turn it out, but it's good defending by Postil, and he's done well to rob the ball, and it was a clean challenge, and Postil has it, and he plays it over the top, but the run just wasn't there. I think it would have been offside if they had been able to latch onto it, just didn't quite get the yards. And McNally is calling his defenders forward. He knows that they're running out of time. Just 8 minutes left on the clock now. Garbett over the top. Flick forward. Garbett trying to latch onto it, but it was a nice tackle there from Clark to get it out of his path. And it's a throw-in a dangerous position. Not long now. Can Hardwick Social hold on to this 1-goal lead? Brought down with Coleman. Plays it back to Carter. Still Carter holds on to it. In towards the centre. Roberts, the man who generated that own goal. Forward and flicked away. Brought back into possession though. And it's going to roll out for a throw-in. But Gym United need a goal, but they're still being pegged in their half. They need to get out of it, and it looks like there's going to be a substitution, the third substitution for Hardwick Social. And it's Craig Bishop, who's had a fantastic game. He's defended really well. And they're trying to see this one out. And Dale Mulligan is going to be coming on in his place. And there's not long left for them to see it out. It is a defensive change. Dale's described as being strong and physical and an excellent leader. They're going to need the organisational skills that he has if they want to see it out for these final 7 minutes. This game is still on a knife edge. There's only 1 goal between the two sides. But if Gym United can get that goal, then they might be able to take it to penalties. Eventuality that they would happily take. It's played forward. Not the greatest of passes, and it was a slip. And now it's a chance forward. Ward plays it down to the right-hand side with Mulligan. Should take the chance. Goes for the square, and it's into the back of the net. And Coleman has the goal. Rips off his shirt. And it's 2-0 now for Hardwick Social, and that's surely game over. Surely the FA Sunday Cup is going to be retained now by Hardwick Social. And it all came about from that slip, but they were alive to it, and Ward knew what was going on, played it into where Nathan Mulligan was. All he had to do was take the shot. It was unselfish play, and he squared it to his left, and Coleman slotted it in. And as you can see, the touch, he could have easily gone for goal. It was gaping, but he saw to his left that Coleman was there. And it was a fantastic finish, a simple finish, but it's fantastic because it surely means a 2-0 win for Hardwick Social. Well, that's going to be a bit of a sucker blow though for Gym United. They'd been so well organised at the back. They defended with such vigour, and they've conceded 2 goals in just 5 minutes. It's really been a blow for them. But they've got to get back into it. They've got to do something. They've got to find 2 goals, and they've only got 5 minutes left, 115 minutes played, and they've turned the ball over again. Posthill, and he's lost possession. Free kick. Just a bit too much vigour there. You get the sense of desperation now from Gym United. Really isn't long left for them. They've got to do something. They've got to get players forward. But Hardwick Social have been phenomenal in terms of their defending. It's just a case for them of seeing the game out now. Played back. And that is good game management, and Arthur has it over the top. Carter plays into the middle. Quick give and go from Warden Carter. Garbett plays it back to Carter, and they were looking for the run over, but didn't quite come off, and it's hooked away long. Surging header forward from Mulligan. Flicked back over the top and headed back in towards the centre. Melanson plays it forward. Now is this the chance? Brame looking to try and find a run. Flicks it forward into the path of where Bond is. Cuts it out, and it was a good tackle there from Coulthard. Just a little toe poke to take it off of his foot. It was exactly what was needed, but it's still a throw-in in a dangerous position. But time is fast running out. Bailey. What can he do? He needs to get the delivery in. Forced back. Clark goes for the speculative long range strike, and it ended up flicking off of the heel of his teammates, but it's still a chance. Bond goes for the cross, goes for the header with Brame, and he can't get it. Hooked in back again by Proctor, and it doesn't quite come off, but the chance is still there. Hooked forward by Melanson, headed away, and now the chance is gone, and it's a counter-attacking move, and Carter has it. Plays it down. Garbett over the top, and it could be 3. Headed away by McNally. Not too far away though. Into Coleman. He's only got himself, and it was a good tackle. It needed to be won there, but the push come back in. Garbett trying to challenge for the ball, but Walker has it, and it's over the top. And played back in, but not a great pass, and it's back forward. Garbett slips, but he tries to turn and evade the challenge. Still Garbett pulled down there. Free kick. And this could be 3-0 right now, but it's played quickly. Coleman holding the ball up towards the corner. Just over 2 minutes left. Posthill rolls it in, trying to make some space. Posthill plays it to the far post, looking to try and find Mulligan, but he just couldn't keep it in. But there's not long left now. We're approaching 2 minutes left. 118 minutes played on the clock. And you have to say that Hardwick Social, as they approach the full-time whistle, have done a sensational job in nullifying the threat from Gym United's attack. But it's not over yet. Brought down and pushed away. Garbett in towards the centre. Garbett to the left. Can they bring it forward? They don't need to bring it forward, but they are still trying to find that extra goal with Posthill. 90 seconds left now on the clock. And Andy Westwood and John Heslop on the bench can smell the full-time whistle. It's only minutes away, seconds away now. But maybe they could make it 3. They hold a 2-0 lead, but they're just trying to eat up the clock. And it's surprising. It seems like Gym United are a defeated team. They're not pressing. They're not trying to close down. They're too tired to do it. Carter plays it into the centre for Garbett. In for the flip pass. And it just ran in front of Mulligan. He couldn't quite get there. And it's mopped up by Bond. The final minute now. If Gym United are going to find 2 goals, they're going to need to put the ball forward very quickly. Brought down. Walker played it back to Robinson. Melanson into the centre. Bailey, it needs to go now. Onto the right. There isn't the urgency there. Bailey, forward. And they're being forced back again. Plays it in towards the centre. Running forward. They're running out of time. Over the top from Clark, looking to try and find it, but it was punched away confidently by Arthur. And was that the final chance? Risborough. There's people forward. There's not long left. Only seconds now. They're trying to hold up the play. They know that the full-time whistle's coming. That's 15 on my clock. So we're now into stoppage time. Sliding tackle there. It was a good tackle for Morton, who's run a good game, despite the fact his team are 2 down. He's given his all. But it's now on the sidelines. And we're only seconds away, surely. And it's Risborough who's gone down with cramp inside the penalty area. He's been up and down that left for the whole 120 minutes. He's been a total live wire, and he's really been a threat. And there's a couple of players down now with with the cramp. And that one looks like Clark now. Well, it's not long left now. To the left. And it's out of play. Is that it now? Surely it can't be long left. I thought that might have been the full-time whistle, but no, we've still got a bit longer. Ward, they're trying to eat the clock up now. Played back, looking forward, can they get it? Brought down under control, long range strike from Mulligan, but it was taken in by McNally. And he needs to get it forward. He knows it needs to go forward, and it now has to travel. There can't be long left on the referee's watch. Running forward now. Walker over the top, and nobody's there, and it's taken in. And surely that's the end. As Arthur tries to bring it in. Michael Arthur, who has had very little to do over the game. He kicks it long, and that's the full-time whistle. And it's a second successive win for Hardwick Social. They've managed to win by 2-0, and they are the victors in the FA Sunday Cup. A fantastic performance, and the champions retain their title. It took a long time for us to get our goal. It took well into the second half of extra time. It was an unfortunate own goal from Robinson. It cannoned off of his leg and went over the line. That was the first goal. And then a few moments later, it was unselfish play which allowed Sonny Coleman to finish. And that's how it ended. So the full-time whistle has blown, and now it's time for the award of the trophy. Jim United run a fantastic course in this game. They gave it their all for 120 minutes, but unfortunately they just weren't able to get the goal that they needed in this game to make the difference. But it's been a fantastic road all the way to this cup final, and they should be proud of themselves. They put in a fantastic performance. There's always next season for them. Onwards and upwards. It was a great experience for them. It's not easy to accept a runners-up medal, but they certainly should hold their heads up high. Coaching team pick up the remainder of the medals. It was an unfortunate film. But they couldn't see it over the line, and next is the victors. Hardwick Social, winners by 2-0. First up to shake the hand is Michael MacArthur. A clean sheet in a final is always a pleasure for a goalkeeper, and the rest of his teammates take their medals, and they have a sense of eager anticipation about them as they await the all-important lifting of the trophy. Each one of them has played their part over the course of the competition, and after winning the 2017 final, they have retained the trophy in 2018. And as they all make their way into where the plinth is, where that trophy is, they're all waiting for the man who's going to be lifting it. And here he comes, the captain, Jamie Owens. And he has presented the FA Sunday Cup, the winners, Hardwick Social. And they'll be partying long into the night, no doubt. A fantastic achievement. And a fantastic win in this cup final. Names for the club to always remember: the team that retained the trophy, the winners of the 2018 FA Cup Finals, Hardwick Social.